Hello and welcome to BRMC's Healthy Connections. I'm Jody Bodenhammer and I am the coordinator at the Rappel Diabetes Learning Center. And today I have some great guests with me as usual. I have
Melissa Hudson with the Pikes Cancer Support House.
Stephanie Isom with the Schliemann Center for Women's Health Education.
And Diane Van Gulik with Marek Family Education Center on Aging.
And I didn't even have to train you guys to do that. Look at there. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with some great information about our upcoming programs. Hi, and welcome back to BRMC's Healthy Connections. I'm Jody Bodenhammer, and joining me today are my co-coordinators for the community support houses at Baxter Regional. And we have a really important event coming up tomorrow we want you to know about. I have my very, very, very dear friend Melissa here with me today. Melissa's our coordinator at the Pikes Cancer Support House. And tomorrow, June 2nd, is
National Cancer Survivor Day.
Yay! National
And
Cancer Survivor Day.
We're going to have a celebration.
Yes.
So we will be at Cotter Park. We'll be at the bridge in the morning walking across. The survivors will be walking across the bridge in celebration. And we're going to be just shouting and hooting and hollering and
Yay!
saying,
I love
yay,
it.
awesome. And we'll walk down to the spring and have a day of celebration.
Great.
We're going to have fly fishing.
I was going to say, tell us a little bit about what all you've got going on because I
Yes.
know you are busting at the seams.
We'll have fly fishing lessons. We'll have kayak lessons, as well as swimming and fishing and a labyrinth maze, croquet, all kinds of games, outdoor games.
Fun outdoor games.
We'll have lunch, and we'll just celebrate through the afternoon.
National Cancer Survivor Day. Tomorrow, June the 2nd. And for those of you that haven't been able to register, it was a pre-registered event.
Yes.
But if you're tuning in and it's still before 4 p.m.,
Yeah.
give
us a call. Give us a call and say, I'm going to be there.
Yes.
So we make sure we have enough food, and we get you your bracelet for the event.
Good. So we have some pre-registration, but also this event is open to not only a cancer survivor, but as you mentioned before, and you always remind me of this because you are so amazing, from the day of diagnosis.
Right.
From the time you're diagnosed, you are a cancer survivor.
You are. And, you take each day by that day, one day at a time, and celebrate moment by moment. And we're going to have a celebration for your journey and for your future, and we're going to make memories with you and your loved ones. So sign your loved ones up with you. Bring them along.
Bring the family.
They'll have a blast.
I know, and we always participate in this event. I too have had several family members who've had cancer in the past, and although we are fortunate enough right now for no one to be, working through or having the diagnosis, with my grandparents both having cancer in the past, I just think this is such a great event, and my kids enjoy it. They always have a good time. Last year we made big signs and we cheered everybody on. But this is such a great event, and like I said, it came from your thoughts of celebrating that survivorship. And
Right.
and Melissa, I just think that is, it's something that we have not done in the past up until you came into our lives.
Sorry.
And it's a newer event for the Pikes Cancer House, but I think it is such a wonderful event. And started small, it just keeps getting bigger.
It
and
does.
bigger and bigger each year.
And I just envision it to be big. We have over 3,000 cancer survivors that we're aware of, that's on our list that we reach out to
Right
on
here.
a quarterly basis, right here.
In Baxter
so
County.
Surrounding counties, anyone
Okay.
who's been diagnosed through the hospital and who comes through the house. And we just try to make a difference in their lives and their loved ones. And you see all of these other events, other places where there's the whole town there. And I'm like,
Let's
that
do
could
this.
be us.
Yeah.
Why? Why can't we? And
Let's do
just,
this.
we're about the outdoors. I mean, so that's
I
why.
know, and I love the theme this year, and I can't wait to see the shirts. Those of you tuning in at home, you can't see this from there, but our theme is Together We're Real Survivors, and it's REEL as in the fishing reel. And I love the tie-in there with not only our love for fishing and outdoors, but also our love for our cancer patients.
Yes,
So.
and it has a ribbon with multi-color ribbons.
Can we zoom in on that, Gil?
I don't know, Gil.
Can you get that?
Maybe Gil can help
Has
us
a
with that.
kayak.
Yeah, I
There
love
you
it.
go.
And
yeah.
so that will be on the T-shirt. So
awesome.
we're selling the T-shirts for $15, cover the cost, and they're going fast.
I bet they
Yes.
are. Everyone loves T-shirts.
Oh, I
love
know.
T-shirts.
We are. We're
Yes.
always.
So give us a call if we have any left over. We'll make
Yeah.
sure you get one.
Perfect. Well, I just want to touch on a quick program that Diana and I have sponsored together. And again, I know we talked about this last week in our show, but Cooking Matters is coming up, and it's going to start on June the 4th. We're actually going to host that at the Rappel House because our kitchen facility is a little bit bigger than Diane's. So we chose our house as opposed to the Maruck Center just because of that. But we are co-sponsoring this event, so the Maruck Family Education Center on Aging and the Rappel Diabetes Learning Center, along with the North Central Arkansas Food Bank,
And it's in the evening.
we'll be providing a Cooking Matters. It's a 6-week program. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's only a couple of hours each evening. We have it on a set for a Monday night, and that's actually going to get started on Monday, June the 4th, so this next Monday. If you have interest or you know of anyone who might be interested in this program, what I like to say is it combines healthy cooking with budget.
Yes, right.
And I think
It's-
the facilitators are very excited.
Yep.
They really want to help. They want to serve. They want to make sure that folks know. And I've heard this so often from folks, well, I would eat healthier, but I can't afford it.
Right.
And so with this program, you actually learn how to utilize your resources to the best of your abilities. Plus, and I think this is so cool, this is so neat, when you come in and you talk about the meal that you're going to prepare, you actually get to leave with the food, take the food home with you each week to go home and make that meal for your family.
Oh.
And
pretty
so
cool.
it is it's a win-win. It's
It
a
really
great
is.
thing.
Awesome.
So we have 16 spots available, and by now, those spots are filling up quickly. So we want to make sure that if anybody's interested in this program, to please let us know. If we do have to do another program, Diane and I have already talked about doing a second one in the fall. So please call us, even if you're interested, and we are full. We'll get you on our list for our fall
Yep.
class as
And
well.
it's free.
Yeah, and this is a free
Free
class, free
class.
Cooking Matters class. And again, this is co-sponsored by the Rappel Diabetes Learning Center and the Maruck Family Center on Aging, with the North Central Arkansas Food Bank being our facilitator for this class. So it's
So
going to be
who
really
teaches
neat.
the class?
The lady that I believe is going to be coming from the food bank is going to be actually doing the instructions.
Okay.
I'm going to be there, I know, at least for the first few classes for extra questions, because I envision or imagine that we'll probably have some diabetes patients
Sure.
there as well. And then Diana's also going to be helping, facilitate some of the classes. So we'll have a great variety of instructors. But as far as the actual cooking, I'm off the hook. I'm going to let the food bank take care of it. So.
It's always fun to watch
Yes.
someone else do that.
Exactly.
You
And,
learn something
Jeff
new.
Quick, I can't say enough great things about our food bank, but Jeff actually came to me with this idea, and so I want to give him credit as
Sure.
well, because he has done such a great job these past few years of growing our resources here in Mount Home for
Right.
our hungry, for our food insecure, and even for the children's backpack program. So we just see that evolving better and better, and what we oftentimes see at the food pantries and the food banks are lots of higher carb items, and lots of items that could be, considered not the healthiest choices sometimes. So Jeff is working really hard to implement healthier choices. I even have been hearing some great things about some of our local gardens and places, farmers markets, that are giving passes to folks who maybe can't afford anything cash out of pocket, but
That's
they can
great.
use some of their vouchers there as well.
Great.
So,
Well, they even do a thing during hunting season
Uh-huh.
where you can donate your
Arkansas Hunters,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, you
exactly.
can
It's
donate your deer.
Mhm.
I don't know the logistics of how that works, but for those hunters, you can donate your deer to the food bank.
That's
and
right.
We'll get it processed and send it out to needy families who don't mind eating deer.
that's right. And we have a lot of hunters in this area. That's a great point. Maybe we can get the fishermen involved in this
That's right.
too. I love it.
Fishing.
What a
Very
great
good.
idea. But yeah, I do, and I know that we have some really great resources here for folks. There in this part of the country, there should be no reason that anybody's going to bed at night hungry because we have some great resources.
And we do a good job tackling, with the kids in our area,
Absolutely.
their food needs. But I know of a lot of seniors
Yes.
Yeah.
that are not getting the proper nutrition that they need.
Right.
And they may have food in the pantry,
Right.
but it may be
High
cans of
carbs,
soup
sugar,
or
salt,
yes.
and there's a lot of blood pressure issues among seniors, and that sodium's gonna
a good
just keep
point.
that,
It
keep our
contributes.
yeah. So this class is an opportunity for seniors too,
Yeah.
who are really looking to find ways to make healthy eating fit into their budget, which is very doable.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's very doable.
Right. Well, I
It's
think all
really
of us are
not more
interested in
expensive.
saving money, eating healthier.
Yeah.
I just might sign up for that class myself.
Come on over. Yeah.
Slip right in there.
Yeah.
All right, we may have 3 classes,
That's right.
Diane. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Great.
we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Diane and Stephanie have some more opportunities to share with us about their upcoming programs. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome back to BRMC's Healthy Connections. I'm Jody Bodenhammer. And before the break, we were talking about some really great programs that we have coming up. Melissa Hudson from the Pites Cancer Support House is getting ready to celebrate National Cancer Survivor Day on Saturday, June 2nd, which is tomorrow. Yay! And then Diane and I are working on a Cooking Matters class that's starting up next Monday, June the 4th. And that will be held at the Rappel Diabetes Learning Center where I coordinate. But next off, we have Stephanie from the Schliemann Center for Women's Health Education. And I would like to know what's going on in your neck of the woods.
Yes, so I am getting ready to work on my next quarter newsletter. So if you'd like to sign up for the newsletter, it's got, it will have July, August, and September events. Call
that's
me at the
great.
Schliemann Center and let me know, and I'll get you a newsletter sent through email or through snail mail. Just call me and give me your information.
Awesome.
But on June 5th, I don't know what day that is. I think it's a Tuesday. but
That'll be
it's-
Tuesday.
Okay, it's
Mhm.
definitely June 5th. From
I love it that we're so relaxed these days. We're like, it's coming up. We know what it is.
I know it's on the 5th. I don't know what day that is, but it's on the 5th. From 11 to 12, we have Hospice of the Ozarks coming over. They're going to do a learning session, kind of debunk some misconceptions that are out there. Going to answer some questions. Can I stay at my home? When is it time to go into hospice? Is this going to be covered by my insurance? So that's going to be a great session. I know amongst ourselves, we've had that conversation as well. So
Those are some really great topics
yes.
and questions to address.
Yes.
So it can get so many layers
I know.
of,
I know.
when you mentioned insurance, I think about my diabetes patients and how often I spend time just getting them through processes of getting diabetes supplies, or I know you and I have talked about ostomy supplies before, and Diane has been, with the Maruck Center being very helpful with folks transitioning on to Medicare, which is a whole
Yes.
different ballgame as well. So that is so important for us to know, not only coverage benefits and when the who, what, when, and where of that, but like you said, just getting over some of the negative stigma, I think, that's related to hospice.
Right.
So.
And I think Elaine does a wonderful job of answering those questions and really debunking,
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't mind to say, here's the rumor, or here's the misconception, here's the truth behind that.
Right.
So I think she just kind of faces it and says, this is the truth. So
Well,
that's going to be a great session.
And death and dying is nothing
Yes.
that, I oftentimes laugh and say I'm about as popular as the cancer house, because the real deal is, unless you have cancer or unless you have diabetes, you're probably not thinking about those things.
Sure.
But in reality, death and dying is going to affect all
Right.
of us. I mean, it's going to affect us, it's going to affect our parents, our
Right.
spouses, maybe even our siblings, and we need to be prepared for that.
And that's just it. You don't. You can be proactive.
Mm-hmm.
So you can know. Okay. So here's some signs. Here are some symptoms. But I want to be proactive, and I want to learn because
Right.
we know it's going to happen. Let's just kind of
Right.
prepare ourselves
And,
for
and
it.
it's not the last week or the last days of life. And I
No,
think
that's
the
a great
biggest
point.
misconception with hospice that people need to know.
Right.
You can have a wonderful relationship and care and loved by hospice for months.
Right.
I mean, before you
Pass.
It really should be that way.
Right.
I
And again,
mean,
that's a
in-
misconception.
mhm.
People think the opposite.
Yes.
They
Exactly.
think
The
last
that,
few days.
Right. They
This
think you
is-
go there
yeah.
to die, and no one wants that. I mean,
Right.
so they're really going to do a great job of answering these questions.
And who's coming to speak on that?
Her name is Elaine. I believe her last name is Essery.
Essery.
Okay.
And she's with Hospice of the Ozarks.
Nice.
So she's going to come
Perfect.
over for an hour, kind of talk about the hospice house, and then, feel free to raise your hand and ask questions and let her answer them. If you have it, she's donating, you're volunteering an hour of her time to come and answer questions. So don't be afraid. When you go to these sessions, these people are here. They want to help. They're volunteering their time. They're taking time out of their very busy schedule
Sure.
to address some issues and help educate.
Well, and as an educator, I'll say this too. I see this very often, and even I'm guilty of this myself. If I'm sitting and talking to you one-on-one, we may not cover the things that the four of us together are going to cover because we all learn from each other. And I see that in my group diabetes classes.
Sure, I'm sure you do.
So much. And Mr. Jones will ask a question that Mrs. Smith didn't think about, and then boom, we've got a connection there
Right.
as well. So great learning sessions and group classes are always very informative and very helpful to people.
Right.
So
Right.
don't be shy. Come on over and join
Yes.
one of our sessions.
Yes, and lastly, I have Safe Sitter, so it is full for June, but I have July and August sessions available. So for those guardians or parents that are watching now that have a daughter that's in between the age of 11 and 13 who's interested in learning life-saving techniques and how to be a good babysitter, give me a call at the Schliemann Center, and we will get her signed up for babysitting class July and August. So
Awesome.
you can call me at the Schliemann Center at 870-508-2345.
You knew I was
I
going to
know,
ask.
I know.
All right, Diane, your turn. You're up next over
All right.
at the Maruck.
The Maruck Family
Family.
Education Center on Aging. So the first Monday of each month, we offer a driver safety course.
Oh, that's right. And
And-
that's it's AARP. Yes.
And it's
That's a busy
$15
Yeah.
for people that are AARP members, and it's $20 if they're not members,
Uh-huh.
and that goes to AARP. That's not coming to us. So, but Paul Maruck teaches the class,
Uh-huh.
and he's a retired police officer from Memphis.
Who
Yes.
doesn't love
And a
Paul
Marine.
Maruck?
Paul
yes,
Maruck
he's
is
a great guy.
He is wonderful.
He's so much fun. He makes the learning session a lot of fun.
I'm sure
You know.
And what a great tie-in from a police standpoint as well.
Oh, yeah.
What to watch for, what to be doing, safe driving. And from a mom of a teen, worry more about my new driver.
Yeah.
But I also see sometimes with new gadgets and gizmos in our cars,
Right.
that folks aren't as comfortable anymore.
Exactly.
Operating a vehicle, getting behind the wheel. I was stopped over in another town recently, and a lady, I was getting some gas, and a lady came up to the gas pump and asked me if I could come help her. She couldn't figure out how to turn her windshield wipers off. And so there's all kinds of different things now that can intimidate a driver.
Sure.
So,
Well,
super important.
especially our seniors.
Yes.
You and I, we grew up with a lot of this technology.
Right.
But if you didn't grow up with it, and you're buying a 2018 vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
it's got all this technology, in it, and it can, like you said, it can be very intimidating.
Yes.
Overwhelming.
So even the seatbelts, they come around to, automatically
Different.
come around,
Yes.
things like that, and that is different than what a lot of our seniors
Sure.
grew up with. So it is unfamiliar, and then the rules of the road have
They
changed.
change, yeah.
Yeah, sure. So and then as we age, our reaction time slows down a little bit.
That's true.
I
So
agree with that.
Paul talks about that. He also talks about he cautions folks, if you're on medication, to be careful
Right.
about driving, getting behind the wheel. He talks about distracted driving. Right now we think about cell phones, texting, but there's
Sure.
other ways to be distracted, like eating,
Oh, gosh.
smoking, or having a pet on your lap while you're driving.
Ah, that's
We see that a lot, and
Yes.
that can be a very distracting thing. So he talks about those kinds of things, and then there's a great benefit through a lot of insurance companies where you might get a premium discount. Most insurance companies offer some type of premium discount
is
every month for
wonderful.
taking
Yeah.
the class. So
Yeah, that $15 up front can save probably, not to sound like a Geico commercial, but
Yeah.
it could probably save you hundreds of dollars a year. And it could. I mean, honestly.
it really could.
I know
Yeah,
with our
it's worth
daughter,
it.
it definitely was a benefit for her to take driver's ed in school.
Sure.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of like a revised driver's ed.
it is.
Yeah,
It's a refresher course.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
this is geared towards people 50 and older.
Okay, 15 older.
So-
and they need to call you?
Call us. Yeah, we do like to have registration ahead of time because we have a limited space and we usually fill up those classes.
Yes.
You do,
Usually
don't
about
you?
25
Yeah,
to
this
30
is a busy
people.
class.
So it's 508-3881.
You knew I was going to ask.
Yes. and so the first Monday of each month from 9 to 12:30 or 1
Okay.
is the
Perfect.
class.
The
So we've
first
got
Monday.
got one coming up this Monday. It's not too late to register. Go ahead and call and leave a message and we'll get that Monday morning so we'll know ahead of time. But yeah, we'd love to have you any one of the months out of the year.
AARP safe driving class.
Yep.
Safe sitter, hospice, National Cancer Survivor Day, and Cooking Matters with the two of us,
That's
as
right.
well as my ongoing diabetes classes as well at the Rappel.
We are busy.
We are busy.
We
yes.
are.
Give us a
It's a
call
fun busy.
anytime.
It's fun busy.
Let us know. And if you don't remember our numbers individually, just want to give a plug to the hospital switchboard. 508-1000 can get you in touch with us pretty easily, and that's
Yeah.
a pretty easy number to remember.
Yeah.
And Stephanie, you always catch me on this one too, and our website, www.baxterregional.org. We hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Healthy Connections.